Good morning, everybody. Hope you're okay. Matt back with you. Today, I've come to Dewsbury for the first time on this channel. About a year ago, I got asked by somebody if I would come to Dewsbury to make a video because they were fed up of all the negativity that seems to be on YouTube and the general feel of Dewsbury. And I've watched some of those videos and they're awful. They are outsiders coming into Dewsbury, walking around going, well, there's nothing here, it's rubbish, blah blah blah, usual stuff. I don't do negativity, even when it's dereliction. I love dereliction and abandonment. So I'm going to see things in a slightly different way. But I have found quite a few interesting things to look for in Dewsbury as well. So what we'll do, we'll have a wander around. Yeah, there's going to be abandoned buildings, there's going to be that abandoned street that you all know of, that everybody has pointed out on the video, but there are other things here which you might not think of. It may take more than one video, this, but let's do it. Let's see what we can find in Dewsbury. Just down the hill from the train station, under the viaduct, are these two pretty large statues. These are called the Ripper and the Rugby player. So these two statues are a celebration of Dewsbury, and they were unveiled beside the railway arches here on the 1st of February 2005. And they commemorate two aspects of Dewsbury's past. They're made out of cast iron and weigh 3.8 tons and were designed by Jason Thompson, a Sheffield sculptor. The statue of the man is Rugby League international star Lee Gilmore, and the woman is called a Ripper, working in the textile industry. She has in her hands some shears, which were used in the rag sorting trade, where they would rip buttons, zips, etc. from rags, and the rags would then be ground down back to the original fibres and used again. This is a fairly good building. It's currently Kirklees College. Not sure what it would have been before, maybe a bank. And then, yeah, we do have a derelict one there. But it's looking alright so far. Toy shop. As a child of the 80s, this could be the best toy shop I've ever seen. Doctor Who, He-Man, Star Wars. This is a Black Bull pub. This. So this is interesting. This is the former Picture House Cinema, which opened in July 1913. However, everything's not quite as it seems here. It had various cinema chain owners during its life. In the 20th century, it's been known as the Regal, the Isoldo, the Union Cinema, Cannon, and was finally the Apollo when it closed as a cinema in 1993 and actually demolished in 2009. Only this entrance facade remains. There's nothing at the back of the cinema. I'm guessing it's there. Anyway, I think this is one of those streets you're more likely to see when people talk about Dewsbury. And it is, yeah, it's not good, but it is life at the moment, and it's not just here. Places are abandoned and boarded up, and Patrick Stewart's been scribbled on. There other things still here. Charity shop. Yeah, it does need a bit of saving, doesn't it? However, the road people seem to talk about is this one, which is Daisy Hill. However, I'm not making a wandering turnip video. Sorry, David. So let's get to the bottom of the street. There's a ghost sign. Let's head to the bottom and let's find somewhere else to look at. There's quite an interesting piece of folklore linked with Dewsbury Minster, and it goes back to the 1400s, and Sir, I think it's called Thomas de Suthill, who was a knight, and he was apparently furious one day that one of his servants, a boy, had not been attending church, and he was so furious that he grabbed the boy and threw him into a lake, and he drowned. So, fairly repentant on his act, what Thomas did was put a bell in the tower of the minster called Black Tom, and every year since then it's supposed to be that the bells are rung leading up to midnight on New Year's Eve for however many years Jesus has been on them since Jesus' birth. So I'm guessing if it still happens, it's been rung something like 2023 times on the lead up to New Year's Eve. Does that still happen? Has it ever happened, or is it just folklore? Was there a real Thomas de Suthill? It's an interesting story though, isn't it? All the graves that you see on the ground here, I would imagine, are not in the right place. I don't know, again, the real history here. Some of them might be, ones like these. I would imagine the fact that these are now in a kind of road, used as a roadway. Just look at them, wonderful. This is the town hall, another wonderful building. But there is another statue here, which is perhaps, we can have a laugh at this one, I'm sure. So this statue is called the Good Samaritan. However, I think the people here think of it as the guy at the front has had a bit too many. The guy at the back might be helping him. So yeah, still a Good Samaritan, I suppose. Given to the people of Dewsbury in 1991, it's been here a while. If you look across into town, you can see the arcade shopping centre. It's currently closed, but you can see as well, like, some of Dewsbury's famous Daughters and Sons Betty Boothroyd artwork, Eileen Fenton Swimmer. There's a few of them across Dewsbury that we've seen. I could do with though is a cafe. So this is a fairly recent addition actually, but this was also pretty heavily criticised. One, is because of the small d as opposed to a capital, and the y at the end has fallen over. I know it's supposed to be like that, but what was wrong with standing up the y? Dewsbury Library, I guess, from a bingo hall. So we're going to pop out of town a bit as well. Dewsbury's not just its town centre, so we're just going to have a little walk on the river. This first bit is a bit rough, just dumping rubbish basically. So you've got past that bit though. It looks quite nice. Nice little spot. And even some woodland footpaths. Let's have a look. What's here? Right, what have we found now? More sculptures. So apparently these are sculptures of local heroes. Sorry, I don't know two of them. Those two. However, famous Eddie Waring is there in the middle of them. And apparently what happens if the sun shines directly onto them, it creates the shadow of what you can see here on the floor as well. We're not going to see that today, but yeah, there we go. Quite interesting, aren't they? Eddie Waring, right here in Dewsbury. Train viaduct, just there. I do feel like I'm heading quite a way out of Dewsbury now, so I'll head back in a minute. I'll just look at something around this corner that might be interesting. Looks like it's an old... Ah. Wow, look at that tunnel. And it is open as well, with lights. Okay, so this is Earl's Heaton Tunnel, and the picture that I saw of this was with a big gate across here, completely abandoned, and it looks like there's been some work done and it's now open. Not sure how far it goes, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's have a look. So there we go. I expected to be showing you an abandoned railway tunnel. No, open cycleway right through Earl's Heaton Tunnel. Yeah, I need to get my info up to date, don't I? However, I do have a picture of what I'd seen and what I expected to find. It looked like this. There we go. It's beautiful. Look at this. Stunning. Around. That's what we've been through. Spangled Bull. follow this road back into town. There's a gravestone there. What is this? Path. Where are we? I was distracted by the gravestone. Yeah, look there, just there's a few. Oh. Okay, so I followed that path down, but it's not a path. This is a incredibly overgrown graveyard. You can see there are gravestones in the back there. You wouldn't even know how to get to them. Huge brambles. Let's see if we can figure it out. That's a negative. Unless I won't rip into pieces. Yeah, wow. Totally covered. So I've just headed back up because there's no way out of the path. I'm guessing this is an old church. Yeah, just these random gravestones, but they go quite a long way back. Interesting. If I find out, I'll add a bit, but at the moment, no idea. So it does look like there might be a former structure in there, which you probably can't see. I'm going to head down there in a minute. This is on the path at the side of the graveyard. Let's just see if there's a way in at the other side. There is. Excellent. Let's have a look at what's here then. No signs of anything. It stops there. Does the path maybe? If you can make out that section at the back there, that's some like old tools, maybe. Right, so I've had a quick look, and apparently this is the former graveyard of St. Peter's Church in Earl's Heaton. Just literally, it's still Dewsbury. And despite appearances, there has been work done here as well to try and rescue it. Although I don't think it's been done for a few years now. But yeah, an interesting find. Just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, there's no money for these things, is there, unfortunately, but well done to anyone who's come and managed to clear this so far. I don't envy you the work if you're doing the rest of it. Not sure what this building is, but this is definitely abandoned. Right, back down. There's all sorts of little paths going off in different directions. Okay, back into town. There's a very abandoned building here. Intriguing. What is through here? Oh, tempting. So I did promise myself not to go into any of the abandoned buildings today, just for a change. That was very tempting, that one. Not sure what it is, like maybe an old post office or something, or a bank. Yeah, it's quite cool. So I think somewhere on here is Dewsbury, Dewsbury Market. Again, look at the buildings and the artwork. This looks like it's the former Dewsbury Station Hotel. I guess the market's not open today. Yep, not a market day. So these are cloth hall mills. Back at the college building, just look at that there. Amazing. There's a blue plaque for us to see. The building there, not sure what that is. Library, perhaps a school. Right, two places left to show you. We'll come back to this one in a minute. This is a beautiful park called Crowness Park. Let's have a quick look at Dewsbury Cemetery. So here we are at Dewsbury Cemetery. Now, this place is absolutely huge. You'll see in a minute. That is definitely not just it. You'll see how big it is as we reach the end. However, you can see they have two rather derelict chapels, unfortunately. You know, they still even look cool even as they are, don't they? Be good to see them restored though, I guess. This is probably an old water fountain, sadly damaged. And there, if I now walk across past the churches, see how big this place is. Huge. Let's have a look around the outside of these. Yeah, there's definitely they've been gnat-proofed, haven't they? This one. So I'm not going to spend much time here. I don't have any particular gravestones to look for today, but it's more showing you the size of this place and the fact, despite the chapels at the top, it's in wonderful condition. Grass is cut. Yeah, you get a few gravestones falling over, but land moves. So we could spend hours here, but we won't today. I may well return. Certainly a lot to look at, and a lot of history. Okay, last location is here, Crow Nest Park. It's a lovely building. Yes, folks, this is Dewsbury. Sad to find the cafe closed. Okay, so that is all the time I have got for Dewsbury today. Unfortunately, I need to be elsewhere, but I hope you've enjoyed this little look around, and I hope if you're so used to seeing negativity about Dewsbury that you've found some positivity here. This beautiful park, just for a start. You don't imagine this is in Dewsbury, but it is. Yeah, I've enjoyed today, and I'll definitely come back. And tell me what I've missed. Just remember, like everybody else who seems to film here, I'm just somebody visiting and making an opinion, and I've quite enjoyed it. Let's see you soon. Take care.